So we're in the theater now. The panel here is similar to the ballroom. We've got the same thing, we've got a toggle switch here and a button for the stepper. It turns each one on. So when you go off, you hit it and it'll step back down rather than just hit all at one time. In the theater, we have actually two separate sound systems. This is the original sound system, which consists of the 3 mic jacks on the stage. There's one in the center, 1 3/4 to the left, 1 3/4 to the right, in the floor. They're XLR, 3-pin. There's only one speaker to that. It's in the center of the room over top. And those are used just for the mics for meetings. On this one is the amplifier, and this is your master and each channel. So this is actually looks like 8 channel. We're actually only using, we're using 4 in a way, but input 1 would be stage right, input 2 center obviously, input 3 is stage left as your standalone stage, and your master. And then we've got channel 6 or mic 6 over here is an auxiliary input because we've got a cordless mic that we keep the bass in here, and then the cordless mic works out through the walls there. It's not a problem. There's a speaker over top that will give you that volume of this. It's a little bit low, but you can adjust this volume for that speaker so you can hear. And this booth is very soundproof, so it's difficult to do sound checks here without hand settling through the walls. The newer system has surround sound in it for movies, video, and the sound and the video are tied together in the video gives the sound system a signal to it's the other way around. The audio gives the video a signal to let it know if you're on the right audio. So if you're not on the right audio selection, the video will not work. I'm not really happy with that, but that's the way it is. So what we've got input selector, we got volume. The volume button is working. Some of the times there it's quitting. It's hard to get it to do anything, but it is Denon, and so the Denon remote has got a up or down, so we just use the remote for the volume. A standard bought DVD, when you rent, is usually going to be in about a -10. That's where your sound will always end up. Some other things, homemade videos, that kind of thing, or the internet. Usually we're in around a 1 to a +2, somewhere around there. This control here is made for the projector to select which input you want, but that was made for like a theater where the projector's up out of the way where you can't reach it. And this controller burn up on it, and rather than spend the money, we just turn it on and off here. Everything on the bottom is amplifiers, so if you're losing sound with some of the speakers, check and make sure you've got lights on all of those. Occasionally those get bumped off somehow or somebody turns them off. So if we ran a movie through the DVD player, we've actually got here is a Sony Blu-ray player that will also play DVDs. We can't find any more that will have a lot of lights on them. This one we finally did because you couldn't tell. Without a light you can't tell if you can get power to it or not. But we've got the one light. It's just a standard household Blu-ray player. And so that will send that signal to the projector, the video, and then the sound will go through this amplifier and then it goes through the speakers. So when you use this, you know it's a Blu-ray, then we're going to take the input selector, and we're going to change it until we get DVD. Okay, so now the audio has told the projector that it's got the right audio signal, and then the projector will work. And I'll go over to the projector in just a minute. We can also run DVDs used, VCR, there's an analog in the back. We've had occasionally where a school will come in, want to play a VCR. We've got some still in the building, we'll just set it up here, we'll hook it into that input. It's rarely used so much now we don't even have it plugged in. But it's the same thing, you have to use a different sound because it's not digital, it's analog. Then the next one that is used, it is analog, is if we use a computer on the stage. We're still using analog signal there. And so where that plugs in, we'll go out there, but it plugs into the wall with a RCA, the red and the white plugs, and it's brought into the wall and brought around back and plugged in to here. So if you're down on stage, it's very important. If you're on stage and you use a computer, if you use a computer at all, you're going to use input selector auxiliary 2. That has to be on or the picture will not show.